Do you feel like you don't speak enough Persian? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and fluency fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Access your free language gifts right now, before they expire. Here's what you're getting this month. First, the Love Conversation Cheat Sheet. Do you know how to ask someone out in your target language? With this new cheat sheet, you'll master tons of romantic phrases, just in time for Valentine's Day. Download it for free right now. Second, the 400 Everyday Phrases for Beginners ebook. This bonus ebook will teach you over 400 words and phrases related to daily activities, like waking up, making breakfast, going to work or school, and much more. Third, can you talk about containers in your target language? Learn how to say box, bottle, bin, and much more with this quick vocabulary bonus. Fourth, must know Valentine's Day vocabulary. Can you talk about Valentine's Day in your target language? You'll be able to with this quick 1-minute vocabulary lesson. Fifth, the top 15 encouraging phrases. Want to be able to say positive phrases like believe in yourself and don't give up? Then get this bonus phrase lesson. Sixth, free audiobooks. Unlock our huge library of language learning audiobooks. Save them to any device and listen and learn. They're yours to keep forever. And finally, the deal of the month. If you want to finally master the language with lessons by real teachers and our complete language learning program, take the 12-month challenge and get 12 months of Premium or Premium Plus at up to 45% off. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Persian. Hi everybody, my name is Nega. Welcome to the 800 Core Persian Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Persian. But there is a twist. With each new lesson in this series, you will include the previous lessons at the end. So after you've learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. Okay, let's get started. First is Salam. Hello. Salam. Salam. Hello. الو. سلام. میتونم با آنا صحبت کنم؟ Hello. Can I speak to Anna? الو. سلام. میتونم با آنا صحبت کنم؟ ببخشید. Excuse me. ببخشید. ببخشید. Excuse me. ببخشید. ایستگاه قطار کجاست؟ Excuse me. Where is the train station? ببخشید. ایستگاه قطار کجاست؟ متاسفم. I'm sorry. متاسفم. متاسفم. I'm sorry. متاسفم. اون الان اینجا نیست. I'm sorry. He's not here right now. متاسفم. او الان اینجا نیست. شب بخیر. Good night. شب بخیر. شب بخیر. Good night. الان میرم. شب بخیر. I'll go now. Good night. الان میرم. شب بخیر. از دیدن شما خوشوقتم. Nice to meet you. از دیدن شما خوشوقتم. از دیدن شما خوشوقتم. Nice to meet you too. از دیدن شما خوشوقتم آقا. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. از دیدن شما خوشوقتم آقا. حال شما چطوره؟ How are you? حال شما چطوره؟ حال شما چطوره؟ How are you? خیلی وقت ندیدمتون. حال شما چطوره؟ It's been a long time. How are you? خیلی وقت ندیدمتون. حال شما چطوره؟ بله. Yes. بله. بله. Yes. بله، لطفاً با من تماس بگیر. Yes, please do contact me. بله، لطفاً با من تماس بگیر. خیر. No. خیر. خیر. No. خیر. هنوز غذا نخوردم. No, I haven't eaten yet. خیر. هنوز غذا نخورده ام. متشکرم. Thank you. متشکرم. متشکرم. Thank you. از کمکتان متشکرم. Thank you for your help. از کمکتان متشکرم. من هستم. I'm. من هستم. من هستم. I'm. من ماریا هستم. I'm Maria. من ماریا هستم. خدا حافظ. Goodbye. خدا حافظ. خدا حافظ. Goodbye. خدا حافظ. به زودی میبینمتون. Goodbye. See you soon. خدا حافظ. به زودی میبینمتون. bad. 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 او یک پسر بد است. He is a bad boy. او یک پسر بد است. خوب. Good. خوب. خوب. Good. سبزیجات برای سلامتی شما خوب است. Vegetables are good for your health. سبزیجات برای سلامتی شما خوب است. زیبا. Pretty. زیبا. زیبا. Pretty. پیراهن شما خیلی زیبا است. Your dress is very pretty. پیراهن شما خیلی زیبا است. زشت. Ugly. زشت. زشت. Ugly. جوجه اردک زشت یک قوی زیبا شد. The ugly duckling became a beautiful swan. جوجه اردک زشت یک قوی زیبا شد. ساده. Easy. ساده. ساده. Easy. فهمیدنش ساده است. It's easy to understand. فهمیدنش ساده است. سخت. Difficult. سخت. سخت. Difficult. امتحان چهارشنبه سخت خواهد بود. Wednesday's test will be difficult. امتحان چهارشنبه سخت خواهد بود. نزدیک. Near. نزدیک. نزدیک. Near. من نزدیک دانشگاه زندگی می کنم. I live near the university. من نزدیک دانشگاه زندگی می کنم. دور. Far. دور. دور. Far. ایستگاه از اینجا دور است. The station is far from here. ایستگاه از اینجا دور است. کوچک. Small. کوچک. کوچک. Small. اتاق من خیلی کوچک است. My room is very small. اتاق من خیلی کوچک است. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. See you next time. خدا حافظ.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is how to adjust your routine and learn language from home. Many of us are spending more and more time at home. So how do you make the best of this time and learn your target language? Learning at home can be tough with all the distractions. And in this episode, you're going to discover the pros and cons of learning at home and how to successfully learn from home without getting distracted. How to adjust your routine and learn language from home. Recently, many people have started to work and take classes from home. With language learning, since it's something people do in their own time, a lot of it is done at home anyway. But that doesn't mean that all of this hasn't affected how people learn. If you used a language learning app or listened to lessons during your commute, but you don't commute anymore, the pandemic has probably ruined your flow. With many of us spending more time at home, being able to learn from home efficiently is a good skill to have. Because while learning or working from home sounds good, it's not exactly easy to do. Part 1. The pros and cons of learning at home. First, the pros. There's convenience. You can learn whenever you want. You also have more time in the day since you're not commuting or walking from the train station into work. It's also easier to practice speaking. Many people might find it hard to practice on the train or at a lunch break or in the office during work. It might sound a little strange, but at home, you can dedicate more time to practicing speaking. What's your favorite pro of learning at home? Leave us a comment. Now, what about the cons? Distractions. There are a lot more distractions at home. There's the TV, there's the couch and the food and family members coming in and out. Next, there's no physical or mental separation between rest and work, which is crucial for focus. It's the same reason why people prefer going to the gym instead of working out from the comfort of their own home. If you're in a place where there's only one goal, like working out, and you're surrounded by people working out, you'll have no problem doing it. But if you're in a place you associate with rest, eating, and watching TV, you might have trouble focusing. But if you're spending more time at home, then you should at least make the best of it and learn your language at home. Part 2. How to successfully learn from home without getting distracted. So, here's how you do it. First, pick a dedicated place for learning, and preferably not your bed. Just like an office is associated with working time and your bedroom is associated with rest, you need a place associated with language learning. It could be your desk in the corner of the room. It could be your basement, as long as it's far from distractions and places of rest. Second, pick a time. That way, for example, when it's 9 p.m., you know it's time to put in 10 minutes of language learning. 3. Time box your study sessions. What's time boxing? Time boxing is simply setting a fixed amount of time for an activity. For example, you're going to dedicate the next 10 minutes to language and nothing else. If you usually have trouble concentrating, time boxing is a good way to set boundaries and get things done. 4. Start small. Just like with setting small, measurable goals and realistic routines, don't set aside 2 hours for study time. Instead, try to time box 5, 10, or 15 minutes and stick with that for a week or 2. You can always increase your time later once you get more comfortable with your routine. 5. Do multiple sessions in one day. Instead of trying to master a lesson and the lesson dialogue in one shot, space out your learning throughout the day, in the morning, afternoon, and at night. So take an audio or video lesson and read along with the lesson notes in the morning. You'll get acquainted with the conversation, all the words, and grammar rules. Don't rush to memorize it all. You'll come back to it later in the day. And do this for around 5 to 15 minutes. During the day, practice shadowing the dialogue. Practice recalling the words. Do this for around 10 minutes. You can also write out the lesson dialogue, practice using the grammar rules, or drill the words with flashcards. And at night, come back and review for about 10 minutes. You can re-listen to the lesson or just the dialogue track. By doing multiple sessions in one day, you'll be a lot more comfortable with the language, simply because you spaced out your learning and came back to review. And while it may feel repetitive, it's the repetition that helps you master the language over the long term. 6. Use at-home time to practice speaking more. It would be hard to practice if you were commuting or out on a walk, but if you're at home, you can easily speak out loud without drawing attention or feeling embarrassed. So, to recap, 1. Pick a specific place for learning that's far from distractions like your bed. 2. Pick a specific time for studying. 3. Time box your study sessions. 4. Start small. 5. Do multiple sessions in one day. And 6. Use at-home time to practice speaking more. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about the power of learning a language with someone else. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! There are a lot of people working to learn another language, but there are also a lot of people who grew up speaking 2 or more languages without even thinking about it. If you're able to speak 2 languages, you're bilingual. If you can speak more, you're multilingual. In many countries, being bilingual or multilingual is normal or even expected. But in some countries, people grow up speaking and learning one language. If you speak one language, you're monolingual. So, what can monolinguals learn from bilinguals or multilinguals? This video will look at what it's like to be comfortable in 2 or more languages. Here are 6 pieces of information relating to bilingualism and multilingualism that you can use in your language learning. First, bilingualism and the brain. How does being bilingual or multilingual affect the brain? Do you dream in both languages? Do you see subtitles in your head for the other language as somebody's talking? The answers to questions like these are different for everyone. Some people may dream mostly in the language they're most comfortable with, and occasionally in another language. Some people may be able to effortlessly move between the languages they know, while others may get stuck from time to time. These are all normal parts of knowing more than one language. People who were exposed to another language since birth may have certain advantages in language acquisition over monolinguals. They may already be familiar with certain sounds and sound combinations that monolinguals are not familiar with. As a language learner, you're probably quite familiar with this. If you've already mastered a language and have decided to start learning a new one, you're probably going to unconsciously make connections to words in different languages. You'll think to yourself, this word has the same vowel sound as another word I know, so it should sound pretty similar. When it comes to studying things like new vocabulary words and grammar, however, monolinguals, bilinguals, and multilinguals all need to spend time learning and memorizing. So in your own learning, don't be discouraged by people who speak your native language and your target language. They may have had a totally different learning experience than you. Consider your language studies, not language abilities. Second, language mistakes and confusion. You may be wondering if bilinguals ever confuse languages in their heads. Generally, people who are fluent in multiple languages can separate the languages mentally. However, there are situations where people momentarily forget words, even in our native languages, or we think of a word in one language but not in another. In some cases, we might even want to use a word that exists in one language but not in the other. An interesting concept from academic literature on this topic is perfect bilingualism. It's the idea that someone can speak 2 languages perfectly at an equally high level. Many people assume that someone who grew up speaking 2 languages would be able to use both of them perfectly and sound flawless, but this is generally not true. Bilingual people are often more comfortable talking about certain topics in specific languages. There are also situations where bilingual people may pronounce words with a slightly different accent than monolingual people. Interestingly enough, there's also a similar pattern among bilingual couples. Bilingual couples usually have a single dominant language. Even if they can speak another language with fluency and ease, people will usually use the language that's most efficient and comfortable. Third, bilingual societies. Can you imagine a place where you talk to your family in one language, your neighbors in another, your boss in a third, and write letters in a fourth? This might sound like a dream for many language enthusiasts, but in some societies, it's normal. This type of multilingual society occurs on border regions all throughout the world. In northern Iraq, for instance, people usually speak Kurdish, Turkish, and Iraqi Arabic, and many of them use modern standard Arabic and English at school. In some parts of China, people might learn English at school, speak their city's dialect of Mandarin when out shopping, speak standard Mandarin at work, and perhaps even speak another language when at home with their families. Some of these people might even say they're bad at languages. When people say this, it's often because they grew up using these languages, not learning them in school. When they were using a language at a friend's house and got their pronunciation corrected, there was no anxiety involved. This kind of learning is different than learning in a school setting, where tests and classrooms can cause pressure and discomfort. Media exposure plays a huge role, too. Many people around the world are functionally bilingual in English thanks to TV and YouTube. Sometimes parents, even in societies where people speak several languages, will put on educational English videos for kids to watch. But what's even more fun is something that's enjoyable for the kids that's already in English. You can do this too, as an adult language learner. There's a time and a place for coursework, but if you're able to shut off the learning part of your brain and simply absorb content you're interested in, you'll be surprised at what you can pick up after a couple of months. Fourth, heritage languages. You might know someone from an immigrant family who speaks a different language at home than they do with everybody else. That language is referred to academically as a heritage language. Basically, a language that someone learned at home without using it very much anywhere else. You can imagine that such an arrangement would produce huge variation in language ability. Some people have heritage languages that they learn from visiting their grandparents once a week. Others learn through rigorous homeschooling routines enforced by their parents. Heritage learners often have some marked differences in their speech compared to speakers who grew up in a monolingual environment. They might have an accent that's affected by the dominant language they grew up with, or they might feel uncomfortable using some grammar or vocabulary that they're not as familiar with. But on the other hand, they might be able to smoothly use things like tone, grammatical gender, and other aspects of language that are extremely difficult for learners to master. Their listening comprehension is also likely good. Another big difference is in reading and writing. You probably don't remember, but reading and writing took time to learn. It may be difficult to motivate yourself or a child to learn to read or write in a new language, especially if that language has a different and complicated script. We may be tempted to rely on the reading and writing skills we already have instead of learning something new. If you have a heritage language and you're working on reactivating it, be kind to yourself. Maybe you feel like you should know how to read or write in your heritage language, but you don't. And that's okay. You can work on building those skills as any other language learner would. A great way to build literacy is to read text with audio that you can listen to at the same time. You can use the lesson notes from our language learning program or watch videos with subtitles. This is easy to do from the comfort of your home. Fifth, gaining fluency in a second language. There's a lot of divided discussion about whether it's possible to learn a language to a native level. It's important to consider what native level means. Maybe a native speaker of your target language can talk about their work flawlessly, but they can't speak in depth about a topic beyond their field. You don't expect yourself to be able to talk about absolutely everything with 100% perfection in your native language, so don't expect that you'll magically be able to communicate perfectly in the language you're learning either. Moreover, it's important to remember that nobody speaks flawlessly all the time. We all make mistakes, and we know how to correct ourselves and clarify information. The best speakers in the world make mistakes, even on stage. Everybody's stumbled over their words before. Does that mean they're not fluent in their own language? Of course not. You can do some amazing things to get a native-like accent in a foreign language, but they all take a great deal of work. Lots of people convince others that they're native speakers for the first few minutes of conversation. Does it really matter if you end up making mistakes after 40 seconds? 40 minutes? Remember, the perfect speech is not required to speak like a native. As we've talked about in this video, lots of bilingual and multilingual people have strengths and weaknesses too. Sixth, can a bilingual person forget a language? Language skills can deteriorate over time if they're not used. If you're very busy with one language and rarely use the other, you might see a drop in your abilities in a language you don't use as often. Completely forgetting a language takes a very long time, though. While you might forget a word here and there in one language, you likely won't lose a language completely unless you don't use it for decades. This is something to think about for anyone who is considering spending their life in another country. Make sure to keep your language skills up. Otherwise, as time goes on, things may be harder and harder to remember. Being bilingual or multilingual is pretty interesting. A lot of language learners compare themselves to bilinguals or multilinguals. Remember that bilingual and multilingual people put in work too, when they were kids. So don't feel discouraged if it seems like your own learning is slow. It simply takes time, and that's true for everyone. For even more tips and information related to language learning, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! If a native speaker of your target language spoke to you, how much of their speech do you think you could understand? Your answer, of course, depends a lot on your vocabulary skills. In this video, we're going to cover 5 tips for memorizing vocabulary quickly. When you learn new vocabulary words, you increase your skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. As you learn a language, you gain the ability to recognize vocabulary words and learn when to use them. It's important to have a vocabulary that covers a range of topics so that you can understand important announcements, safety information, conversations between friends, and posts on social media. In this video, we're going to talk about why vocabulary is important, some features in the tools we offer that help you focus on memorizing, and some tips for memorizing words faster. Throughout this video, remember that consistency is a key component to memorization. If you haven't done this already, consider adding a number of vocabulary words you'd like to master to your monthly language goals. Okay, let's get to our tips. First, master our core word lists. We offer 11 core word lists. These lists are made up of the most common words in your target language. The 100 core word list is the best list for absolute beginners. After you master that list, you can move on to the other lists in the series. The 2000 core word list is a combination of all of the lists plus an additional 1,000 words. Having knowledge of about 2,000 vocabulary words in your target language will set you up for success. Knowing a variety of words in your target language is important because it allows you to speak about and understand many different topics. While grammar is certainly important, having the vocabulary you need to go about daily life, study, or make plans is essential. So, how do you use the core word lists? With our flashcard feature. Our flashcard tool can display the vocabulary word, show a picture and translation, and play an audio recording of the vocabulary. You'll work on improving your recognition, production, and listening comprehension skills. Using a tool like this helps you associate new words with images. You also get to hear pronunciation and pitch accents from native speakers. You have the ability to choose how many new cards you'd like to learn daily. By the way, using the 2000 core word list isn't the only way to review all key vocabulary words. You can also merge your preferred lists. If you lack confidence in speaking, studying vocabulary can help you. If you master the most common words in your target language, speaking will become a bit easier. Among our core word lists are popular topics relating to hobbies, nature, food, and recreation. If you need some help making sentences with your new vocabulary, you can take a look at the core word list example sentences for ideas. These are all steps you can take to improve your speaking confidence. Second, create your own sentences. Creating your own sentences is a great way to work on memorizing new vocabulary. You can create sentences related to your daily life so that you can easily remember the sentences and use them. You can also try creating sentences you think you're likely to need before a conversation with a native speaker. In addition to our core word lists, we also have a dictionary feature. If you need help finding a certain vocabulary word, you can search for it in our dictionary. The dictionary includes audio from native speakers, so you can hear how the word is pronounced naturally and at a slower speed. With a premium membership, you'll have access to your own personal word bank. You'll be able to add words from the dictionary and our lessons to this word bank and study them using flashcards. Another thing that can help you with memorization is reading along with lesson dialogues and listening to the host's explanations. When you find a sentence that stands out, or when you make a sentence you think will be useful, make sure to actually use the sentence. Your memory will grow stronger and stronger as you review sentences and practice saying them from memory. Third, read every day. How often do you read in your target language? Reading is a fun activity that can motivate you to spend some time studying new vocabulary. When you read, you encounter words you've seen in lessons, but you also find new words. Apart from reading for fun, our language learning program offers reading comprehension pathways for all levels. These pathways feature video lessons with vocabulary you're likely to see in real life. For example, an advanced pathway might include lessons for understanding promotional information, medical instructions, and directions. These pathways are designed to test your ability to recognize words. Another way to memorize words fast is by learning songs in your target language. If you're studying a language with sounds that are very different from your first language, this can be a really helpful tactic. You can make a monthly goal to memorize 1 to 3 songs you like in your target language. You can find the lyrics to the song with a search online, and you can search for a translation as well. As you listen to the song, read the lyrics. This can help you connect the sounds you're hearing with the characters or the letters you're reading. And remember, the songs can be from anywhere. It could be a kid's song, a new pop song, or a TV show theme. You can choose. The key is to find a fun way to read every day. This will help you improve your vocabulary. Fourth, Test your listening skills. Test your listening skills with our listening comprehension pathways. Each of the pathways presents a conversation, asks a question, and then gives a breakdown. In our audio lessons, the hosts break down the dialogue by talking about the usage of key vocabulary and phrases. They also explain the grammar. After you listen to the breakdown, the dialogue is easier to understand. Make sure to re-listen to the lesson dialogues to review these important concepts. Another way to use our site for listening comprehension is by changing the flashcard settings. With our flashcards, you have the option to focus on building listening comprehension. If you choose this setting, the front of your flashcard will play an audio clip, and the back will show the answer. Additionally, if you're a Premium Plus member, you can practice listening with your native speaker teacher. You can request audio responses from your teacher instead of text. If you understand their message, you can respond with an audio file of your own, or with text. If you don't fully understand, you can ask your teacher for help. One more thing you can do is use TV shows to practice listening. You can choose a segment of a show to practice. Watch it once with subtitles, then once without subtitles. Determine how much you can comprehend. Then look up the words you don't know. Fifth, take vocabulary quizzes. There are many ways to test yourself with vocabulary quizzes. Each of our lessons includes a vocabulary slideshow and quizzes that you can use for review. We also have video vocab pathways, which introduce new vocabulary based on certain themes, and they include pictures. You can also try making your own written tests with our flashcard feature. Change the flashcard settings according to your preferences. You can choose between recognition, production, and listening comprehension card types. Based on the card type you chose, write down either the vocabulary word or its translation when the card appears. Check your answers and give yourself a score for your study session. Writing vocabulary by hand is another great way to work on memorizing words. Earlier, we talked about learning vocabulary with songs. A fun and effective way to test your vocabulary and writing skills is to fill in the blanks. Copy and paste the lyrics of a song into a document and replace some of the words with blanks. Test your knowledge of the lyrics by filling in the blanks with the correct words. You can make it a little easier by including a word box, a list of vocabulary to use somewhere in the song. You can also do this with dialogues you want to practice from TV shows. To make sure you get all of the tools mentioned in this video, subscribe to our premium plan. You'll get access to all of our resources, including the core word lists and the flashcard tool. So, to recap, in this video we talked about 5 tips for memorizing new words. They were: master our core word lists, create your own sentences, read every day, test your listening skills, and take vocabulary quizzes. These tips are fun and effective ways to help you reach your vocabulary goals a bit faster. If you want to go the extra mile, subscribe to Premium Plus to get access to your own native teacher. What are your vocabulary goals? How will you achieve them? Share your answers in the comment section below. And for even more tips on how to remember vocabulary fast, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Consistent hard work is one of the biggest factors that determine someone's success, and it's true for language learning too. While it's important to choose a course and study method that's right for you, at the end of the day, the results you see are a product of the effort you put in. However, the quantity of time spent studying a new language doesn't necessarily determine the quality of your study. Spending 3 hours a day watching movies doesn't help you learn much if you're not actively engaging with the language. In this video, we'll talk about how to actively engage your mind while studying. Number 1. Think of your brain as a muscle. You might be familiar with the phrase, "feel the burn," or maybe "no pain, no gain." If you've been to your local gym recently, there's a chance you might have heard one of these phrases or seen something similar on a poster on a wall. In the world of sports and workouts, there's a common idea that the discomfort you feel when running, lifting weights, or doing some other physical activity is what brings results. The discomfort you feel is your muscles being pushed to their limit. It's the limit pushing that strengthens your muscles so that over time your performance increases. In the context of language learning, it's helpful to think of your brain as a muscle being trained. Just as we need to push against our physical limits when exercising, we also need to push our mental ones when learning a foreign language. Have you ever studied or practiced your target language in a way that left you tired or even exhausted? If so, you've experienced what it's like to push your brain out of its linguistic comfort zone. Number 2, practice active listening. One of the easiest ways to push your language skills is to practice active listening. Active listening is when you listen to spoken language and do your best to understand what you hear. The best way to accomplish this is by using audio that you can't completely understand on the first listen. Preferably, you want to use audio that has subtitles or transcripts in your target language for you to double-check your understanding after you listen to it. You can use movies, YouTube clips, or our lessons. During this exercise, you might feel like you're able to pick out only a few words here and there. During this practice session, you should listen to the audio several times. The first time around, it's okay if no words or just a few words stick out to you. Simply make a mental note of any words or sounds you recognize. The second time you listen, you're likely to recognize a little more than you did the previous time. Expect similar results with your third or even fourth time listening. When you reach a point where you can't understand any more words, go ahead and look at the subtitles or transcripts. Listen to the audio again and read along with the text. Odds are that you'll see words in the text you know, but didn't hear correctly. You're also likely to encounter words that are new to you completely. As you play back the audio and read along, try to guess what these words mean from the context of the words around them. After you've read along a couple times, look up the unfamiliar words in a dictionary or translator app. This active listening exercise routine is a great way to increase your listening and comprehension skills, while picking up some new vocabulary along the way. It also allows you to learn new words in context, which itself is a powerful way to help you retain what you study. Number 3, practicing with native speakers. Practicing with native speakers is the best way to push your language skills. Using what you've studied to communicate in real time is how you'll really challenge yourself. Try to connect with a native speaker on a weekly basis. Remember, consistency is important when you're learning a foreign language. If you live in a large metropolitan area, then there's a chance that there are some local native speakers nearby. Try visiting a local language exchange or meetup group to make the necessary connections. If you're unable to find a practice partner locally, then you can take your search online. There are a number of sites that help you find and connect with other language learners from around the world. For example, if you're a native English speaker learning a new language, you can find a native speaker of your target language who is learning English. There are tons of language learners around the world who have learned or are learning a second language. You're likely to find someone who knows your target language and is looking to improve his or her English. Learning a new language isn't always easy, but it's the discomfort that comes with pushing your ability in the language that produces results in your studies. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. It's okay to move far outside of your native language. You'll expand your mind and your skills. Also remember that language learning is in every way a lot like an adventure. There will be fun times and times when it feels like you're swimming upstream. It's by keeping your head up through these ups and downs that you will experience the satisfaction that comes with learning a foreign language. Keep moving ahead. And for even more tips on how to engage better in your language learning, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to learn your target language for free? Then get our free language gifts of the month right now, before they expire. Here's what you're getting this month. First, the Going to a Restaurant Conversation Cheat Sheet. Do you know how to order food in your target language? You'll learn how with this PDF cheat sheet. You'll get the must-know restaurant phrases and vocabulary for common dishes. Second, the Daily Conversations PDF ebook. With this, you'll learn over 100 phrases for everyday conversations. Download and review the ebook on any device. Third, can you talk about grammar in your target language? If you're learning the language, you'll need to know how to say verb, adjective, and much more. And in this 1-minute lesson, you'll pick up over 25 grammar-related words. Fourth, how to talk about working from home. You'll learn how to say Wi-Fi, online meeting, work from home, 25 phrases in total with this 1-minute lesson. Fifth, must-know art vocabulary. Learn how to say canvas, brush, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. Sixth, looking for a new language learning app? With the Innovative 101 app, you can learn fast and start speaking in minutes because the audio and video lessons are just 3 to 15 minutes long. Learning is that easy. Download Innovative 101 for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. And finally, the deal of the month. If you want to finally master the language with lessons by real teachers and our complete language learning program, get up to 35% off with our Ready, Set, Speak sale. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
ساعت watch ساعت ساعت watch این کارخانه تولید ساعت از 40 سال پیش آغاز به فعالیت کرده است. This watch factory started its work 40 years ago. این کارخانه تولید ساعت از 40 سال پیش آغاز به فعالیت کرده است. عینک glasses عینک عینک glasses متاسفم من عینک مورد علاقه شما را شکستم. I'm sorry but I've just broken your favorite pair of glasses. متاسفم من عینک مورد علاقه شما را شکستم. کاپشن جکت کاپشن کاپشن جکت اون کاپشن بهت میاد. That jacket looks nice on you. اون کاپشن بهت میاد. دریافت receive دریافت دریافت receive من 2 کارت پستال دریافت کردم. I received 2 postcards. من 2 کارت پستال دریافت کردم. جستجو search جستجو جستجو search جستجوی کار job search جستجوی کار گرفتن take گرفتن گرفتن take من از فرودگاه به هتل تاکسی گرفتم. I took a taxi from the airport to the hotel. من از فرودگاه به هتل تاکسی گرفتم. ضعیف weak ضعیف ضعیف weak عضلات پایم ضعیف هستند. My leg muscles are weak. عضلات پایم ضعیف هستند. قوی strong قوی قوی او بسیار قوی است. He is very strong. او بسیار قوی است. سرد cold سرد سرد cold بیرون هوا خیلی سرد است. It is very cold outside. بیرون هوا خیلی سرد است. داغ hot داغ داغ hot وقتی ماهیتابه داغ شد شروع به آشپزی می کنم. I start cooking once the pan is hot. وقتی ماهیتابه داغ شد شروع به آشپزی می کنم. خنده‌دار funny خنده‌دار خنده‌دار funny این کتاب واقعاً خنده‌دار است. This book is really funny. این کتاب واقعاً خنده‌دار است. هلو پیچ هلو هلو پیچ من یک هلو می‌خورم. I'm eating a peach. من یک هلو می‌خورم. پرتقال orange پرتقال پرتقال آب پرتقال یک نوشیدنی بسیار خوشمزه در صبحانه است. Orange juice is a very delicious drink at breakfast. آب پرتقال یک نوشیدنی بسیار خوشمزه در صبحانه است. سیب زمینی potato سیب زمینی سیب زمینی potato سیب زمینی ها رو بذار توی سبد. Put the potatoes in the basket. سیب زمینی ها رو بذار توی سبد. سویا soybean سویا سویا soybean سویا یک نوع لوبیا است. A soybean is a kind of bean. سویا یک نوع لوبیا است. گاو cow گاو گاو cow گاو و گوسفند حیوانات اهلی هستند. Cows and sheep are domesticated animals. گاو و گوسفند حیوانات اهلی هستند. سبزیجات vegetable سبزیجات سبزیجات خوبه که خیلی سبزیجات میخوری. It's good that you eat many vegetables. خوبه که خیلی سبزیجات میخوری. خوک pig خوک خوک pig خوک ها در آفتاب استراحت می کنند. The pigs are resting in the sun. خوک ها در آفتاب استراحت می کنند. اسب horse اسب اسب horse سوار شدن بر اسب آسان نیست. Getting on a horse is not easy. سوار شدن بر اسب آسان نیست. برف snow برف برف snow برف روی زمین نشست. Snow covered the ground. برف روی زمین نشست. پیراهن shirt. پیراهن پیراهن shirt. پیراهن‌های پولوی جدید در 3 رنگ عرضه شده‌اند. The new polo shirt comes in 3 colors. پیراهن‌های پولوی جدید در 3 رنگ عرضه شده‌اند. شلوار pants. شلوار شلوار pants. شلوارت رو بکش بالا. Pull your pants up. شلوارت رو بکش بالا. پیراهن زنانه dress. پیراهن زنانه پیراهن زنانه dress. من پشیمان هستم که آن پیراهن زنانه را نخریدم. I regret not buying that dress. من پشیمان هستم که آن پیراهن زنانه را نخریدم. گفتن say. گفتن گفتن say. می توانید آن را دوباره بگویید؟ Could you say that again? می توانید آن را دوباره بگویید؟ تلفن زدن call. تلفن زدن تلفن زدن call. امشب به من تلفن بزن. Call me tonight. امشب به من تلفن بزن. پیدا کردن find. پیدا کردن پیدا کردن find. پیدا کردن معلمانی مثل شما آسان نیست. Teachers like you are not easy to find. پیدا کردن معلمانی مثل شما آسان نیست. تمیز clean. تمیز تمیز clean. این کشور بسیار تمیز است. This country is very clean. این کشور بسیار تمیز است. کثیف dirty. کثیف کثیف dirty. این پرده خیلی کثیف بود. This curtain was so dirty. این پرده خیلی کثیف بود. هویج carrot. هویج هویج carrot. من هویج را با یک چاقو بریدم. I cut the carrot with a knife. من هویج را با یک چاقو بریدم. پیاز onion. پیاز پیاز onion. من پیاز دوست ندارم. I don't like onions. من پیاز دوست ندارم. کاهو lettuce. کاهو کاهو lettuce. سالاد من فقط کاهو و گوجه فرنگی داره. My salad only has lettuce and tomato. سالاد من فقط کاهو و گوجه فرنگی داره. گوسفند sheep. گوسفند گوسفند sheep. گوسفند علف‌های سبز را می‌خورد. The sheep is eating the green grass. گوسفند علف‌های سبز را می‌خورد. خرگوش rabbit. خرگوش خرگوش rabbit. خرگوش خانگی شما خیلی جذاب است. Your pet rabbit is very cute. خرگوش خانگی شما خیلی جذاب است. Fox seal. Fox seal. فوک با حلقه هولاهوپ بازی می کند. The seal is playing with hula hoops. فوک با حلقه هولاهوپ بازی می کند. ابر cloud. ابر cloud. توده ابر سیاهی سراسر آسمان را فرا گرفت. A black layer of clouds took over the whole sky. توده ابر سیاهی سراسر آسمان را فرا گرفت. آفتابی sunny. آفتابی sunny. من اغلب در روزهای آفتابی به پیکنیک می روم. I often go on picnics on sunny days. من اغلب در روزهای آفتابی به پیکنیک می روم. بارانی rainy. بارانی rainy. کفش ورنی برای روزهای بارانی بهتر است. Patent leather shoes are better for rainy days. کفش ورنی برای روزهای بارانی بهتر است. نوزاد baby. نوزاد baby. یک نوزاد به دنیا آمد. A baby was born. یک نوزاد به دنیا آمد. دختر girl. دختر girl. دختر می‌خواهد بخوابد. The girl is about to sleep. دختر می‌خواهد بخوابد. پسر boy. پسر boy. پسرها و دخترها در حال بازی بسکتبال هستند. The boys and girls are playing basketball. پسرها و دخترها در حال بازی بسکتبال هستند. خوشحال happy. خوشحال happy. برای احساس خوشحالی افکار منفی را از خود دور کنید. To feel happy, send negative thoughts away from yourself. برای احساس خوشحالی افکار منفی را از خود دور کنید. غمگین sad. غمگین sad. نوجوان غمگین به تنهایی نشسته است. The sad teenager is sitting alone. نوجوان غمگین به تنهایی نشسته است. عصبانی angry. عصبانی angry. چرا انقدر عصبانی هستید؟ Why are you so angry? چرا اینقدر عصبانی هستید؟ پوشاک clothing. پوشاک clothing. من در یک فروشگاه پوشاک کار می کردم. I worked at a clothing store. من در یک فروشگاه پوشاک کار می کردم. کفش shoe کفش کفش shoe اونها کفش‌های زنانه هستند. Those are women's shoes. اونها کفش‌های زنانه هستند. جوراب sock جوراب جوراب sock جوراب ضخیم thick socks جوراب ضخیم لباس زیر underwear لباس زیر لباس زیر underwear جوراب ها و لباس زیر من در کشوی بالایی کمدم است. My socks and underwear are in the top drawer of my dresser. جوراب ها و لباس زیر من در کشوی بالایی کمدم است. صحبت کردن talk صحبت کردن صحبت کردن talk نمیخوام با تو صحبت کنم. I don't want to talk to you. نمیخوام با تو صحبت کنم. دادن give دادن دادن give آنها یک کوپن به من خواهند داد. They will give me a coupon. آنها یک کوپن به من خواهند داد. کم low کم کم low تعداد گیاهخوارها در ایران نسبتاً کم است. The number of vegetarians is relatively low in Iran. تعداد گیاهخوارها در ایران نسبتاً کم است. بلند high بلند بلند high دماوند بلندترین کوه ایران است. دماوند is the highest mountain in Iran. دماوند بلندترین کوه ایران است. میوه fruit میوه میوه fruit بفرمایید کمی میوه بخورید. Here you are, have some fruits. بفرمایید کمی میوه بخورید. اختاپوس octopus اختاپوس اختاپوس octopus اختاپوس در اقیانوس شنا می کند. The octopus is swimming in the ocean. اختاپوس در اقیانوس شنا می کند. کوسه shark کوسه کوسه shark یک کوسه گازم گرفت. A shark bit me. یک کوسه گازم گرفت. نهنگ whale نهنگ نهنگ whale نهنگ‌ها برای هوا بالا می‌آیند. The whales are coming up for air. نهنگ‌ها برای هوا بالا می‌آیند. ابری cloudy ابری ابری cloudy بیرون دارد ابری می شود. It's getting cloudy outside. بیرون دارد ابری می شود. خنک cool خنک خنک cool هوا خنک است. The weather is cool. هوا خنک است. خیار cucumber خیار خیار cucumber این خیارها تازه هستند. These cucumbers are fresh. این خیارها تازه هستند. فلفل دلمه‌ای bell pepper فلفل دلمه‌ای فلفل دلمه‌ای bell pepper متداول ترین فلفل دلمه‌ای ها سبز، قرمز یا زرد هستند. The most common bell peppers are green, red or yellow. متداول ترین فلفل دلمه‌ای ها سبز، قرمز یا زرد هستند. کلم بروکلی broccoli کلم بروکلی کلم بروکلی broccoli سوپ کلم بروکلی سفارش بده. Order the broccoli soup. سوپ کلم بروکلی سفارش بده. موز banana موز موز banana این موز واقعاً شیرین است. This banana is really sweet. این موز واقعاً شیرین است. سیب apple سیب سیب apple درخت سیب حیاتمان 200 عدد سیب داد. The apple tree in our yard bore 200 apples. درخت سیب حیاتمان 200 عدد سیب داد. انگور grape انگور انگور grape این انگورها خیلی تازه به نظر می رسند. These grapes look pretty fresh. این انگورها خیلی تازه به نظر می رسند. هندوانه watermelon هندوانه هندوانه watermelon من هندوانه دوست دارم. I like watermelon. من هندوانه دوست دارم. پرنده bird پرنده پرنده bird به من یاد بده چطور یک پرنده بکشم. Teach me how to draw a bird. به من یاد بده چطور یک پرنده بکشم. موش mouse. موش. موش. mouse. موش در حال خوردن انگور است. The mouse is eating a grape. موش در حال خوردن انگور است. خورشید. sun. خورشید. خورشید. sun. خورشید از شرق طلوع می کند. The sun rises in the east. خورشید از شرق طلوع می کند. آب و هوا. weather. آب و هوا. آب و هوا. weather. شهر ما آب و هوای خوبی دارد. Our city has good weather. شهر ما آب و هوای خوبی دارد. درجه. degree. درجه. درجه. degree. دمای بیرون به زحمت 1 درجه است. It's barely 1 degree outside. دمای بیرون به زحمت 1 درجه است. زن. woman. زن. زن. woman. آن زن چیزی که میشنود را دوست ندارد. The woman dislikes what she hears. آن زن چیزی که میشنود را دوست ندارد. مرد. من. مرد. مرد. من. تو کاری کردی که من بخوام مرد بهتری بشم. You make me want to be a better man. تو کاری کردی که من بخوام مرد بهتری بشم. دوست دختر. girlfriend. دوست دختر. دوست دختر. girlfriend. دوست دخترم به زودی اینجا خواهد بود. My girlfriend will be here soon. دوست دخترم به زودی اینجا خواهد بود. دوست پسر. boyfriend. دوست پسر. دوست پسر. boyfriend. متنفرم از اینکه با دوست پسرم برم خرید. خیلی مشکل پسنده. I hate to go shopping with my boyfriend. He is so picky. متنفرم از اینکه با دوست پسرم برم خرید. خیلی مشکل پسنده. قطار. train. قطار. قطار. train. آخرین قطار چه ساعت است؟ What time is the last train? آخرین قطار چه ساعتی است؟ هواپیما. airplane. هواپیما. هواپیما. airplane. تا حالا سوار هواپیما شده ای؟ Have you ever been in an airplane? تا حالا سوار هواپیما شده ای؟ اتوبوس. باس. اتوبوس. اتوبوس. باس. من با اتوبوس میایم. I will come by bus. من با اتوبوس میایم. تاکسی. 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 به راننده تاکسی انعام بده. Give the taxi driver a tip. به راننده تاکسی انعام بده. اسفناج. اسپیناچ. اسفناج. اسفناج. اسپیناچ. ماست و اسفناج یک دسر ایرانی است. Spinach with yogurt is a Persian dessert. ماست و اسفناج یک دسر ایرانی است. دلفین. 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 دلفین بیرون از آب پرید. The dolphin jumps out of the water. دلفین بیرون از آب پرید. ماهی مرکب. squid. ماهی مرکب. ماهی مرکب. squid. من نمیتونم ماهی مرکب بخورم. I can't eat squid. من نمیتونم ماهی مرکب بخورم.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is how to make sure you keep going when your reason for learning language changes. Did you know that the reason most people start learning languages isn't why they continue with the language? Successful learners change up their reasons along the way in order to keep themselves motivated. So if you started learning for whatever reason but no longer feel motivated, then this episode is for you. You'll discover 1. Why your reason for learning a language can and will change, and 2. How to keep going with language learning when your initial reason no longer works. But first, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Going to a Restaurant Conversation Cheat Sheet. Do you know how to order food in your target language? You'll be able to. With this PDF cheat sheet, you'll get the must-know restaurant phrases and vocabulary for common dishes. Second, the Daily Conversations PDF ebook. With this, you'll learn over 100 phrases for everyday conversations. Download and review the ebook on any device. Third, can you talk about grammar in your target language? If you're learning a language, you'll need to be able to say verb, adjective, and much more. And in this 1-minute lesson, you'll pick up over 25 grammar-related words. Fourth, how to talk about working from home. You'll learn how to say Wi-Fi, online meeting, work from home, 25 phrases in total with this 1-minute lesson. Fifth, must-know art vocabulary. Learn how to say canvas, brush, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. How to keep your motivation going, even when your reason for learning a language changes. First, here's a question for you. What was your reason for starting this language? You might have started learning for travel, for the culture, to watch TV shows or understand music, or because someone you know speaks it and you want to try speaking with them. All of these reasons have something in common. They're external, meaning you're trying to get some outside reward or benefit, like a friendship, a personal relationship, travel, or living in the country. You can say they're also external motivations. All of these reasons are why most people start learning languages. They're exciting. All of us want to understand a TV show 100% or have a conversation with native speakers. But the problem with external reasons is that they may not last very long. Have you ever been motivated to start learning only to lose that motivation? And months later you realize you made no progress on a goal you wanted? It happens quite often. For example, you want to learn a language for travel, but then the pandemic happened and you weren't able to travel. Or you were learning to enjoy TV shows, but the shows are way too complicated and you find you're no longer enjoying them. Or you're learning for your partner, but then you break up. When that happens, all learners come to a crossroads: continue or quit. Most people quit because the reason they started is no longer motivating. So how do you keep going? In the first part, you learned that most reasons for starting are external reasons, like traveling, meeting new people, being able to watch TV shows and such, or external motivations. However, your reason for starting a language isn't often the reason why you continue learning. It's natural for your reasons to change. So what do you do when your initial reason for learning is no longer working? If your current motivator isn't working, switch to an internal reason. External reasons are about getting some outside benefit. Internal reasons have more to do with yourself. For example, you could say you're learning the language because you want to improve yourself. You want to achieve this goal. You've failed goals in the past, so now you're determined to make it work for once. You're the type of person that gets things done. All of these are examples of internal reasons, where you make it about yourself. External reasons can only last so long. Even external reasons like you want to live in that country, so you want to learn the language, aren't enough. There are plenty of people that move abroad to learn a language but end up losing their motivation anyway. And psychology studies show that internal reasons, internal motivation, doing it for yourself, is much more powerful than external. Doing it because you want to is much more powerful than doing it because you have to. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time we'll talk about the first step in your language learning journey that will guarantee your success. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Know any good tips for mastering conversations? Well, there are some words and phrases that tend to be used more often than others in everyday conversation. So if you know the most common questions, answers, and phrases, you'll be able to handle a lot. When you think about it, a lot of conversations are quite predictable. They're about topics we're already familiar with. So if we approach our studies to these conversations like we're working on remembering parts of a script, we can study efficiently. In this video, we'll cover one hack for improving your speaking skills. First, understand what you say. When you meet a new person, what do you say to them? Things like, "What's your name?" and "Where are you from?" Then you talk a little bit about yourself. And even if you know that person, there are common lines you use all the time, right? These lines you use all the time in your conversations are your scripts. These are your most commonly used questions, answers, and phrases. Targeting these expressions in your studies will help you be able to handle a lot of everyday conversations. So take some time to examine what you talk about most, or what you're interested in talking about. Next, where to find scripts for speaking. Luckily, we have hundreds of scripts that you can use. With our language learning program, you get the line-by-line scripts for all of our lessons. In fact, lessons like the top 25 questions you must know, the 3-minute lessons, and survival phrases are specifically designed to help you master the most commonly used questions, answers, and phrases. For example, the top 25 questions you must know focuses on the 25 most common questions you'll hear in a conversation. This includes basic questions like, "Where are you from?" "What's your name?" and "How old are you?" As a learner of another language, these are the questions you'll hear almost every time you meet someone new, and you'll use them every day. It goes like this. You hear the question, then we break down its meaning and teach you how to respond. That way you'll be ready to speak right after the lesson. You can listen to these lessons and read along with the lesson notes. With our dialogue study tool, you'll get line-by-line scripts of the conversation. So you can review each line as many times as you want. You can listen to the audio, read the script, and the translation. You can also do this with our 3-minute and survival phrases lessons. In these lessons, we give you line-by-line scripts for how to introduce yourself, how to make conversation, or even order food at a restaurant. If you're a Premium or Premium Plus member, you get the dialogue tool and line-by-line scripts for all of these lessons. Starting to speak in your target language might be scary, but this simple hack will help jumpstart your conversations. So if you're ready to speak better, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share this video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Do you want to have access to tons of language lessons, but you don't want to have to buy more textbooks? In this video, you'll learn 6 ways you can get language lessons for free. This video will cover ways to get our audio and video lessons on a regular basis, so you can work on improving your language skills. You can use these anywhere, anytime. All right, let's take a look at how to get access. First, right on our website. New lessons come out every single week. Mondays, Tuesdays, and video lessons on Fridays. Access them all in the Lessons drop-down menu on the site. Click on Newest Lessons. If you're on the go, you're going to work, driving, or running errands, you can easily learn with your mobile device. And that brings us to our next tip. Second, get lessons on the Innovative Language app. If you're an iPhone, iPad, or Android user, learn on the go with the Innovative Language 101 app. Download it for free. After you download the app, you can keep up with all the latest lessons. There is a Newest Lessons icon right on the home screen, and it gives you instant access to your free lessons anywhere, anytime. Just look for Innovative Language 101 on the App Store or Google Play. The third way is the Apple TV app. You can learn on the big screen. Turn on your TV and access all of your audio and video lessons. You can learn at home, keep the lessons playing, and immerse yourself all day long with the Innovative Language 101 app. Look for it on the Apple TV App Store. Now, this one is useful for only Apple TV subscribers, but if you're not an Apple TV subscriber, don't worry. The fourth way, get lessons with our iTunes feed. iTunes can download your lessons automatically and have them saved forever. You get every single lesson as it comes out. You'll never miss one. They're saved in your iTunes. Simply search for us on iTunes and subscribe. Fifth is the Daily Dose of Language app. This is for the iPhone, iPad, and Android. With this, you get bite-sized lessons sent to your device every day. Each day, you get a notification that your daily dose of language is here. Doing the lesson takes just a minute. These aren't our full-sized audio and video lessons, but these 1-minute lessons will help you build a habit of learning daily. Find the Daily Dose of Language app on the App Store or Google Play. The sixth way is with our brand new Alexa skill. If you own an Amazon Echo, Dot, or Show, or are planning to get one, you'll want the Daily Dose by Innovative Language. Find it in the Amazon Skills Store. With it, you get new audio lessons and vocab lessons every day across all 34 languages. If you're ready to start learning a new language, these 6 tips can help you get started learning with our language learning program. Just pick which way works best for you and get started learning today. There are so many ways to start learning for free. Just check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to learn your target language for free? Then get our language gifts of the month right now before they expire. Here's what you're getting this month. First, the Getting Sick Conversation Cheat Sheet. Are you able to describe your symptoms in your target language? If not, download our new conversation sheet and learn must-know words and phrases for the doctor. Second, the Language Learning Starter Pack PDF ebook. If you're new to the language, do you know what words to learn first? With this ebook, you'll get over 70 basic words and phrases that beginners need to know. Start with these words first. Download it right now. Third, can you talk about economics in your target language? Learn how to say profit, demand, taxes, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. Fourth, 30 must-know opposite nouns. Learn how to say day and night, question and answer, and much more. You'll pick up over 30 words with this vocab bonus. 5th, free audiobooks for our members only. If you're not a member yet, sign up for a free lifetime account and unlock our huge library of language learning audiobooks. Save them to your device and listen and learn. They're yours to keep forever. And finally, the deal of the month. If you want to finally master the language with lessons by real teachers and our complete language learning program, get 35% off Premium or Premium Plus with the Power Up sale. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the lesson description below. Download them right now before they expire. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
سلام، من میخوام با فرد مسئول صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Once more with the English translation.
سلام، من میخوام با فرد مسئول صحبت کنم.
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
سلام. سلام.
Then you'll need to learn how to say, I'd like to speak with person. The pattern is
من میخوام با
person.
صحبت کنم.
This Persian sentence literally translates as, I like to with person speak, but it means, I'd like to speak with person. For example, hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
سلام. من میخوام با فرد مسئول صحبت کنم. سلام. من میخوام با فرد مسئول صحبت کنم.
Now, how do you answer this question?
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً. بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
This Persian sentence literally translates as, okay, one moment please, but it means, okay, just a moment. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
فرد مسئول. فرد مسئول.
A sales representative.
یک نماینده فروش. یک نماینده فروش.
The manager.
مدیر. مدیر.
Customer service.
خدمات مشتریان. خدمات مشتریان.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
من میخوام با یک نماینده فروش صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
من میخوام با مدیر صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
من میخوام با خدمات مشتریان صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person?
من میخوام با
Person.
صحبت کنم.
And how do you answer it?
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
یک نماینده فروش. یک نماینده فروش.
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
من میخوام با یک نماینده فروش صحبت کنم.
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
من میخوام با یک نماینده فروش صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say, the manager?
مدیر. مدیر.
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
من میخوام با مدیر صحبت کنم.
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
من میخوام با مدیر صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
خدمات مشتریان. خدمات مشتریان.
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
من میخوام با خدمات مشتریان صحبت کنم.
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
من میخوام با خدمات مشتریان صحبت کنم.
بسیار خوب. یک لحظه لطفاً.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is the power of textbooks and digital detox. In this digital age where we're all using apps and smartphones to learn languages, you might not think of a textbook as the first resource to turn to, right? But if you're avoiding textbooks, then you're missing out on some powerful language learning benefits. So today you'll learn why textbooks are still a powerful resource in the digital age, why some, but not all, digital resources might hurt your ability to learn, and how to do a digital detox and learn off-screen with our program. And we're giving away a brand new conversation cheat sheet, so keep watching. But first, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Getting Sick Conversation Cheat Sheet. Are you able to describe your symptoms in your target language? If not, download our new conversation sheet and learn must-know words and phrases for the doctor. Second, the Language Learning Starter Pack PDF ebook. If you're new to the language, do you know what words to learn first? With this ebook, you'll get over 70 basic words and phrases that beginners need to know. Start with these words first. Download it right now. Third, can you talk about economics in your target language? Learn how to say profit, demand, taxes, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. Fourth, 30 must-know opposite nouns. Learn how to say day and night, question and answer, and much more. You'll pick up more than 30 words with this vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. The power of textbooks and digital detox. You probably have some language learning apps on your phone, right? But do you have any textbooks? Let us know in the comments section. Digital resources like apps and physical resources like books have their pros and cons. But if you're learning with digital resources only, you might be missing out on some benefits that come with physical resources. What are they? First, a digital detox. This is a basic one. A textbook gives you a break from the screen. You're not sitting in front of so much blue light all day, which can have an impact on your sleep. That's just for your overall health. Second, the ability to focus and improve your focus. Here's a question for you. How long is your attention span? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? The thing is, attention and the ability to focus are crucial for learning and succeeding with any goal in life. But if you're learning on a device, you'll get pop-ups and notifications. If you're on YouTube, well, the algorithm will have you watching cat videos soon enough. These things are designed to keep you jumping from one thing to the next, and all of this hurts your attention span and your ability to learn. With a book, it's much easier to focus, and consistently learning with one can help improve your focus. Third, if the book has a really good story to follow, it makes it more fun to learn. This may not be something you can find in every textbook, but you can find it in textbook resources like bilingual storybooks. Fourth, you get a clear path to follow. Textbooks give you a linear path from page 1 to 100. You know where to go next, how far you are from the end, and what you have left to learn. With an app, you'll be forever swiping and not really knowing if you're getting anywhere. Fifth, textbooks have gone through academic rigor, meaning they've been made by teachers or checked by teachers. So you're learning the correct forms, the correct language, and you can rely on it to be accurate. If you Google for blogs about phrases to learn, there's a chance the information is not completely accurate. Sixth, textbook lessons are curated and organized so that what you learn on page 1 helps you understand page 2, and so on. It builds you up and teaches you crucial language skills that beginners need to know, like how to introduce yourself first, then how to grow that conversation. As an added bonus, you can write in them. What about the downsides of textbooks? There are a few. The content gets old fast. Language always changes. There's new slang. So that's where digital lessons do well. Also, books can get boring and overwhelming. An approach you can consider for a textbook is to put in a certain amount of time, say 20 or 30 minutes a day, and then walk away, so you're not overwhelmed. But by providing a digital detox, allowing us a framework for focus, offering reduced distractions, being easy to follow and accurate, textbooks are powerful in a digital world. So, should you go for digital detox and get a textbook? If you can handle a bit of change to your routine, then why not? If you're worried about learning the same thing from 2 sources, don't worry. Learning something like a grammar rule from multiple angles will only help you understand it better and reinforce your memory. A book will give you a clear direction of where to go, what to learn, and challenge your mind in ways that digital lessons might not. So, how do you do a digital detox and learn with our program? First, you can print out our extensive reading books. Extensive reading is a learning tactic where you read books that are appropriate for your level, and the goal is quantity over quality. You should read a lot and skip over the words you don't know. To access these, just visit the lesson library to find our extensive reading books. Second, download our PDF lesson notes and print them out. The lesson notes give you the lesson in writing, the dialogue, the vocab, grammar explanations, sample sentences, and cultural insights. Find the lesson notes in every one of your lessons. Third, use our printable visual flashcards. With these, you'll learn over 1,500 of the most common words. If you want the link to the visual flashcards, just leave a comment and we'll reply with it. Fourth, you can also use our printable conversation cheat sheets. With these, you'll learn words and phrases for the most common conversation topics. If you want the link to our collection of cheat sheets, again, leave a comment and we'll reply with it. Remember, the ultimate goal here is to go for a digital detox, challenge your brain in a new way, and try new resources. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about how to start conversations, talking points for language learners. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Have you ever started learning a language but just couldn't continue? Why does this happen, and what do successful language learners do differently? In this video, we're going to talk about why you should put your language learning on autopilot. We asked you, and the #1 reason people don't continue is time. Either you don't make the time for learning or you're just too busy. But a lot of the time, this is caused by the resources you're using. If you've downloaded 5 language apps and bought 2 books, you'll get overwhelmed about where to start and what to do next. So what do successful language learners do? Successful learners don't overwhelm themselves thinking, what should I do today? They put their learning on autopilot. Imagine this. Let's say you have a favorite TV show. A new episode comes out every Tuesday. So you know what you're doing on Tuesday night. You don't have to think about it. You don't need a reminder. It's automatic. Every Tuesday, you watch an episode. You make it into a habit. Now, how do we apply that to language learning? First, habits. If you have a habit of learning, then you're already on autopilot. So, set a small, measurable, monthly goal with a deadline, like learn 100 words or do 30 lessons by the end of the month. Once you know your goal, you can backtrack. So, for example, divide 100 words by 30 days in a month, and you get 3.33. So you should learn about 3 words a day. Now you know what to do. 3 words a day. There's no confusion. Do those 3 words and you're done. You don't need to think about what you should be doing because you already know what you're doing. It becomes a habit. The second way to stay on autopilot is with language textbooks. This is basically just because books are sequential. You just follow the pages from 1 until the end. You don't have to think about where to go next, so it's easy to stay on track with what you need to do. Third, the word of the day. Every day, you get a new word in your email inbox automatically. You don't have to think about it. Simply check your email, learn a word, and you're done. The fourth way is with our progress tracking tools. They spoon-feed you lessons one by one. So let's say you finished lesson 1, where you learned greetings, then you automatically load up lesson 2, where you learn a basic conversation that uses the greetings you learned in lesson 1. Then you have lesson 3 and 4, and so on. You don't have to worry about what to do next because our dashboard will keep you on track. It'll even build upon what you learned in your previous lesson, so you won't forget it. The point is to put your learning on autopilot. You need something that guides you from A to B to C, whether it's your own habits or a book that takes you from 1 to 100 or a learning program that feeds you lessons. So take one of these tips and apply it today. So, to put your learning on autopilot, just check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share this video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Are you focused on active language learning or passive language learning? And which is the best way to learn? In this video, you'll learn the difference between active and passive learning and some methods for each. Do you know the difference between active and passive learning? You'll find out the differences between these two. First, the difference between active and passive learning. Here's the difference. Active learning means you're actively engaging with learning material and focusing on it. For example, you're reading in your target language, you're looking up words, you're translating, you're memorizing phrases, or you're speaking out loud. So you're focused on what you're learning and you're really into it. Now, passive learning is different. It requires less concentration. It's usually done when you're doing something else. For example, doing chores, driving to work, or taking the train. You could be listening to an audio lesson or watching a video lesson. But the difference is you're not focused on picking apart every word. You're just passively taking the language in. What about you? How do you usually learn? Do you have a lot of active practice? A lot of passive practice? Do you have a combination? Let us know in the comments. Second, how you can learn both ways with our lessons. If you do a lot of passive learning, say because you're always on the go, then here are 4 simple tactics you can apply right now. 1. Press play on a lesson and just listen or watch, just like you would with YouTube. So if you're at home with your computer on, press play on a lesson and take it in. 2. Now, if you're outside, if you're going to the store or commuting, you can learn with our free Innovative Language 101 app for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. Again, open a lesson, press play, and that's it. If you want to passively review words and phrases, then check out the Vocabulary Slideshow tool. This premium study tool is available on every lesson and vocab list. Just press play, and with every slide, you'll get the word, the audio pronunciation, the translation, and sample sentences. You can even put the slideshow on loop and immerse yourself that way. And third, if you have an Amazon Echo device, then you can immerse yourself with daily audio lessons, or you can learn with the quick word of the day. You can just play a lesson and keep it in the background while you're at home. Just look for Daily Dose by Innovative Language on the Amazon Skill Store and download it for free. Now, if you're looking for some active learning practice and you have some time to concentrate, here are 5 tactics you can use right now. Number 1. Listen or watch a lesson and read along with the translations. You'll get complete translations in the lesson notes and the line-by-line dialogue. This will make your reading and listening skills skyrocket. The best part is you'll understand every single word. The translations are right in front of you. Number 2. Repeat the lesson dialogue as you hear it. This is called shadowing, and it will boost your speaking skills. Just repeat the lines that you hear until you can speak with confidence. To make it even easier, you can also get the lines in the dialogue study tool and in the lesson notes, so you can read them out loud as you hear them in the lesson. Number 3. Record yourself with our voice recorder in the dialogue study tool to perfect your pronunciation and see how close you are to a native speaker. Number 4. If you want to boost your vocabulary, study words with our smart flashcards. They sort the words for you, so you get the harder words more often until you master them, and the easy ones show up now and then to refresh your memory. And number 5. Ask questions and practice. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you're a Premium Plus user, you get your very own teacher, and you can ask them to review and correct your writing and speaking. You can also ask for learning advice and get all of your questions answered. Both are great ways to learn, but which one is best? Well, that depends on you. If you have some quiet time to focus, active learning is best. But if you're on the train and you're multitasking, then passive learning is the better option. Whichever you choose, you can apply both with our language learning program. So, to test out active and passive learning, just check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Every language learner wants to speak with confidence, without struggling, and without stopping to think of words. So how do you do this? In this video, you'll learn 5 tactics to perfect your speaking. Above all, every learner wants to speak in their target language with confidence. We've run survey after survey, year after year, and the results are the same. Listening, reading, and writing are all important, but people want to improve their speaking the most. So how do you perfect your speaking skills? First, shadow the dialogues you hear in the lessons. What is shadowing? It's a learning technique where you mimic native speakers. In other words, you listen and then you repeat what they say. This is a fast and easy way to start practicing speaking. You can do this with any one of our audio or video lessons. And even easier, if you have access to the dialogue section, you can read along out loud as you listen. So shadow as much as possible to perfect your speaking and try harder lessons to take yourself to the next level. Second, read the dialogue out loud. We just mentioned this in tip 1, but this tactic deserves its own special mention. Reading out loud is another easy way to practice your speaking. Simply read the lesson dialogue that's available in the dialogue section, the lesson notes, or the lesson transcript. By reading out loud, you're practicing your speaking skills. And here's a trick. If you can get yourself to read faster, you'll be able to speak faster too. Natives tend to speak quickly, and if you can too, that's a sign that you're improving. Third, record yourself speaking to perfect your pronunciation. If you're a Premium or Premium Plus member, look for the voice recorder in the dialogue section. With this tool, you can record yourself and compare your speaking to a native speaker. This is powerful because you instantly hear the difference between your speech and the authentic native pronunciation. And then you can easily perfect your speaking and pronunciation. If you don't have a premium account, record yourself with your smartphone. And while you can't really compare, you can spot where you struggle or stutter. This tactic is used by professional speakers, public speakers, just about anyone that has to give a presentation. Fourth, if you're a Premium Plus member, record yourself and send it to your Premium Plus teacher for feedback. Here, you're getting instant feedback from a native speaker. They'll point out your mistakes, they'll tell you what to improve and how, and record themselves and work with you until you reach perfection. That's the power of having a native speaker give you feedback. So what do people usually record? Here's an easy one. Record a one-paragraph self-intro. In fact, we ask all of our new members to do this. Give your name, your age, where you're from, why you're learning, and that's it. It's a great way to get started. Our more advanced students talk about their day. They send 3 recordings, in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. For example, I woke up at 7 a.m. and brushed my teeth. I got ready for work. My train was a little late, and so on. This can dramatically improve your speaking because you're practicing conversations that people have all the time. The 5th way to perfect your speaking, Premium Plus assignments. With this feature, you get weekly assignments based on your needs and goals, whether they're reading, writing, listening, or speaking. If you want to improve your speaking, your Premium Plus teacher will send you speaking assignments nonstop every week and provide you with constant feedback. This is all part of your personalized learning experience. So take advantage of our tools and put these tactics to use. And remember, if you want to master your language with our complete language learning program, now's your chance. So to test out these tips and start speaking now, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.